Hi everybody, I'm waiting for you to come on. I haven't done this in a long time. Boy. I hope you're here. I hope you're joining me. I'm here to talk about our plans for 2018. That's now. So if you have any questions or suggestions or ideas, or you need clarification, this is a perfect opportunity for that. Okay, my name is Angie Green and I am with Painting with Fibromyalgia. If you have trouble hearing me, let me know and then I'll make an adjustment. Okay, and I hope you're joining me. Hi Joanne. Wow, it's been a while since I talked to you. I guess because I haven't done these in a while. And I want to make sure I'm actually looking at you and I'm not, my eyes are going all over the place because I have a little studio with different shots and I can't tell what I'm looking at, so let me see. Oh, wow, this is nice. Now let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, I'll have to make the adjustment. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Hi, Ian. Hi, Gina. I'm so happy you guys are here. Okay, we're not going to paint today. We're just going to talk about plans, and I'm here to get suggestions. Is it low? I'll turn it up. Hang on just a second. Is there an echo? Let me turn it up. I'm turning it up. Okay. And if there's an echo, let me know. Not that I could do anything about it. I just want the sound to be good for you because I know it could be annoying if it's not. Okay, good. Is it louder? Hi, Yvonne. Oh my goodness. It's so nice seeing you guys, especially since this wasn't planned and, you know, kind of impromptu. So I'm very happy to be able to do this. How is everybody? Okay, I'm glad you can hear it better now. How's everybody doing? I'm looking at the chat. I don't have to go through George. It's still low? Let me see if I could do anything about that. Hang on just a second. I'll bring my microphone up a little bit. Bring it down. Let's see, hang on. Hang on. Hang on, Snoopy. Okay. And is that any better? Tell me if that's better. Now I gotta get you guys back. It's okay? Okay, I'll try to talk loud. Let me know. Testing, testing. Let me bring my microphone down. I mean, I'm not down, low down, but I'm going to try to put it in a way that, okay. Okay. I hope that's better. Now, let me move this out the way. So I had to switch a lot of stuff around. Okay. Oh, so you were cooking? Okay, so how's everybody? Are you all de-stressed now that the holiday season is over? I know a lot of you guys were stressing out. Feeling a little better? I hope so. Okay, you know, I worked, first of all, and I don't get into the holidays, really. I mean, I am a Christian, but I just don't get into all the traditions. I try to be spontaneous when it comes to gift giving and getting together with the family And sometimes the holidays allow for that because of time off of work. But as far as trying to get all tied into holidays and all that stuff, yeah, I'm kind of glad I don't, because I can't picture all of the stress that's involved with that. So I had a nice few days during you guys' Christmas holidays. I had some time off, and I worked a couple of days. So, you know, I worked last night, as a matter of fact. Now, this is the thing with me. I didn't get stressed out because of holidays, but something about this season. Usually I'm okay when winter's here. I'm okay. I'm not a fan of winter. But something about this winter, man, it's like I don't suffer from depression, clinical depression, but I kind of got a glimpse of that. You know, I changed my curtains and my living room was dark, and I mean too dark, because I had those light, sheer, bright curtains on the windows, and I switched them out and I put my little heavier curtains, and they have like a little bit of a darker design to them, and I wanted to make the house a little bit more energy efficient. So I switched the curtains out, and it blocked some of the sun. I don't remember that happening before, but I ended up being in the dark all the time except for the lamp being on. You know what? That did something to me. I don't know, and I'm just coming out of it. Yes, I really do think it was seasonal affective disorder, or what people call SAD. And I really didn't, I mean, I knew what that was, but that was my first experience. And does it hit that fast? Anybody that has that? I mean, it hit fast and it didn't let go. And I wasn't like, I'm not a big crier, but man, you know, I wasn't in my typical. Usually I snap out of, if I'm a little blue, I snap out of it really easily. But this time it was like, wow. So now I have a more of an understanding of a hint of depression. And I tend to be a compassionate person anyway, even if I don't suffer the same things other people do. But boy, that was an eye-opener. My heart goes out even more to those who suffer from depression, because that was kind of a tough, I don't know. When did I change my curtains out? A couple of weeks ago? Yeah, the sun really makes a difference. And just having a naturally light room, bright, airy atmosphere helps. And then I wondered, was I getting carbon monoxide from the fireplace? It's just a gas fireplace, but you know, I was in the house a lot, and I was wondering if that was a problem too. I don't know. Hey, Joyce. So you suffer from that every winter? Oh, then I don't know. I would have to move to a sunny, warm climate, because that, I didn't like that. Yes, you having a happy new year? It just started. You're really gonna have to commit. So what do you guys want to do? Do you have any ideas? I have an idea that Tina gave me for what we can do this year. So I'm going to share that with you now that more have joined us. I've noticed that in our group, yeah, it's been freezing cold. I've noticed that in our group that a lot of people like a little bit more of a challenging painting. You don't have any sun in the UK? Well, I'm from Cleveland, so I didn't realize that Cleveland was the second cloudiest city in the United States. I didn't know that until after we moved to the Poconos, and I was curious as to why it was sunny every day. That's when I found that fact out. trees. You want to practice trees? I like trees. Once you get the hang of it. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I had to hide the bags from working last night, so, you know, it's a cover-up job. So, okay, so here's the idea that Tina gave me. She probably could explain it a little better than me. Tina, are you here? So she was saying, and I did notice this, that a lot of people, in order to cope with whatever they're going through, I'm not even going to say just fibromyalgia, because I think depression is probably even more challenging. But any kind of chronic pain, like I say fibromyalgia because that's what I really, really know. But anytime you're trying to cope with something, I think painting helps. Anyhow, her suggestion was to practice specific things, such as trees or whatever, practice specific things in order to incorporate it into a more complicated painting, which I think is an excellent idea. So, oh, portraits. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm starting to get into people too. Okay, so, oh, and outdoor art. Okay. Yeah, you mean like plein air painting, like actually painting outdoors, Ian? In case this is kept and you guys are just coming in to see what I'm talking about, I'm interrupting myself and joining the chat because it's live. Okay. So, here's my idea. Oh, I'd love to try that. Actually, I've always wanted to do that, even before I started actually painting. So that was one of my incentives. So I need to do that. I kind of almost did when I was in Australia. But I'll talk about that later. Anyhow, I had a poll up in the group, and the top of the poll was basically sunsets, if I remember. And some people wanted to do still life. So it's fun. It is fun. I had a sliding glass door open and I was right there, but I wasn't outside. But I was close. So anyway, hi Bonnie. Okay, you know, I know your neck is really, really hurting you, so thanks for popping in. I'm gonna leave this up. Hope you feel better. Just talking, just chatting. There's nothing. And if there's anything that comes up, any ideas that's given to me, then I will definitely share them with you, Bonnie. All right, feel better. So anyway, so this is what I'm going to get to it. So here's what I was thinking of doing. Thank you. You too, Bonnie. Hi, Jennifer. So here's what I was thinking about doing. I want to do something special, and I have never seen it done before. And it's probably been done a million times, but I've never seen it done before. So people voted on the on sunset, and people voted on still life. And so this was I got so excited when I thought of this. I was thinking of a sunset in the background, and then in the foreground have a still life of wine and fruits and maybe cheese and all that, so that it looks like you're on a veranda or a patio or on the beach with your wine and cheese and fruit, and then the backdrop is sunset. So tell me what you think. So what we could do is we could practice little aspects of that and then have the big project after doing little paintings. So that's I just got, like, I got this light bulb moment, And I really want to do that. So I'm going to incorporate Tina's idea of the small projects leading to the big project. There you are, Tina, right in time. I was just sharing your idea so you could expound on it a little more. So what we could do is, one of the paintings could be a sunset, all right? One of the paintings could be, this is when we paint together. One of the paintings could be a bottle of wine. One of the paintings could be, let's see, fruit like grapes and that kind of thing. I think Ginger has one with grapes. But anyway, we could do our own. And then after we've done these leading up to practices, we'll put our painting together. And it could still be a two-part painting, you know, but we'll put our painting together, background, foreground, and it all comes together. And I'm excited. I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be fun. So thanks, Tina, for the idea, the general idea. And this will be our first project. So spread the word. Spread the word. Tell everybody what we're doing. Yeah, Tina's your replacement, Bonnie. Bonnie's not feeling good. She's gonna take a break tonight. Love you. Bye. All right, so that bye's not for everyone. So do you have any questions? Do you have any clarification? Thanks everybody for sticking in there, hanging in there with me. Sometimes I'm able to be on social media more than other times. I'm human like everybody else, like I described what I was going through recently. So, but thanks for being patient. And that's one thing I love about our group is we thrive on patience. Those that didn't understand what was going on, where I'm going with the group and all that, those that decided to leave or whatever, everybody's got freedom of choice. Everybody has their own taste, their own visions for what they want to do, and their own journey, what they want to follow, who they want to follow. I'm totally fine with that. But those that are in our group that decide to stay, hang with us, let's do this together. You know, give me your input. I'm fine with that. You know, I'd love to be able to incorporate some of your ideas and then make it fit with something that we can all do together. So any questions about anything? Those of you who haven't known me, which I think most of you have, who bring the pickle. Oh, I haven't painted a sunset in a little while. I do like painting them, but I have to practice that. So we'll practice that together. We could even practice that on our own time as well. I might have to pull out my heavy duty watercolor paper, you know, and make it a little bit smaller scale. But anyway, any questions about the group, what we can do, what we can't do, why, who I am, where I've been, where I'm going, who you are. Well, I know you don't have questions, you have answers. Talk about yourself. Now's the time. We have a little bit of time to get to know each other. What do you want to do with the group? Are you happy? Are you wishing there was something a little bit more? Just give me some input. Let's see. Still life flowers in a loose washy style, like the flowers in the background. Like those flowers in my background? Yeah, we could do that too. We can incorporate that in yeah, we can incorporate that too. I like having more of an abstract background with a more painterly type foreground. Yeah, Yeah, that's kind of how I paint anyway when I paint on my own. Yeah, so yeah, that's we could do that too. We could have play around a little bit with that. That flower, I thought you were with us, but that water lily, lotus flower thingy, that we did together too. So you're happy? Is that what the yes very much is? You're happy with the group? If there's any other way that I could fulfill something that incorporates art and coping, if there's any other thing that's missing that you'd like me to incorporate or include, let me know. I'm happy that you're happy. Any questions? I don't try to, yay, good, yay. I definitely think painterly is easier because when you paint a more realistic painting, which I kind of think that my realistic type paintings do turn out pretty good usually, but it's because I hyper focus. So I think I have a little bit of ADD too on top of everything else. So I tend to hyper focus and I tend to freeze up to try to get every feather and every detail. And so I tend to be frozen in space without even realizing it, because I get into that one side of the brain and forget my surroundings. And so, yeah, I tend to freeze more. I find that when you paint more painterly, you have a looseness. If you have music on, you have even more of a looseness. But the music can get you frozen too, because you can forget how long you're sitting there. So I do try to encourage people to turn their canvas so that the top part is now on the bottom when you need to do that, so you're not reaching up and your neck's not crooked up in a certain position. There's little things that we can do that makes it a little easier on our body. Yeah, I think you're right, Ian. I think people that have ADD find art because it's a little bit more freeing. It's not as like timed, deadline-ish. Well, unless you're really doing it professionally, you don't have as much, you could take your time. So I think people with ADD are kind of drawn to art. I think people, my opinion, and you hear a lot of people say, oh, I could never draw. I draw stick figures, blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. It's good. I think this is just my opinion, I think art is a necessary part of all of us. So it's just a matter of finding that, tapping into that art in the type of art that you could enjoy. I think it's just a matter of exploring and tapping into it. But I think it's a part of good health. But that's just me. That's my opinion. So, but I don't argue with people that say, oh, I just draw stick figures. They might come to that point where on their own time, they might get a little bit interested. But that's just how I feel. So I feel that when it comes to having a quality of life, it's a good idea to, yeah, a lot of people poor because of that. They don't have to feel like they have to draw specific little figures in a certain way. I do want to practice drawing figures though with you guys, because it must have been my mom or my siblings or someone taught me that when I was very young. So I tend to not do the techniques. I skip the techniques, but I think they're under there in the way that I draw. But I'll show you that. But you've probably seen it. Let's see if I could find a piece of paper and show you what I mean. But you've probably seen it. I'm going to hold this up. And I know everybody's seen this. But it's that kind of anatomical thing where you let's see if I could do this, where you draw the proportion of the person. I'm drawing upside down, but where you draw the proportion of the person, you know, and you know, the body parts and that kind of thing. Now I'm drawing upside down, but this is what I'm talking about. I have a delay, so I don't know if I'm in the right spot or not. But we've all seen that kind of thing, right? Okay, right now I have a not needed person pigeon-toed. But we've all seen that kind of thing, right? We could play with this kind of thing too, where we're drawing figures and we're figuring out the proportions and all that stuff, so it looks a little bit more like a person. We could play with that. Yeah, gesture drawings, yeah, all of that. We could play with, I need to work on putting expressions into my people's faces, so we could play with faces. We could play with all that kind of stuff. I'm excited for 2018. I really am. So if you have feedback, you know, what you want to play with, what you want to work on, if you have a big project that could be broken up into little pieces like the one that I just described, with the sunset and the still life, if you have ideas, bring them on. Animals, you know what? I guess because, I hate to admit this, I'm not really I can't even say it out loud. I know a lot of you love animals. I'll put it that way. We do have a pet and I do love her, but I've never really been into drawing animals that much, except I did draw a leopard. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and say I don't like animals, but I'm not really big on animals. But anyway, I did draw a leopard. I mean, I painted a leopard and I was really surprised. I thought I was going to have a much harder time. So yeah, we could paint animals. We could draw animals, at least draw them. So yeah, we could start drawing a little bit too. Why not? You know, I'm not against anything. So, but yeah, but for the most part, we want to at some point incorporate what we do into painting. So we could like do our own little setup to get ready for something, and then at the end incorporate it into a painting. Yeah, let's do that. Yay, I'm excited. You know, I feel kind of freed up. So I am not a very rigid person. However, I do have, like, I do want to stay in that focus for our group, where we stay with what painting can do for us. So that's the only like boundaries I really want to stick with. Ian says he'll be working a lot with adding monoprint carving to more conventional art forms. Ian, that's great. You know what? I don't know if anybody has followed my my fan page, but I've been trying to expand my horizons a little bit too, and I've been getting a little bit more into just things that are less predictable, including abstract, and I've just been stretching a little bit. Some of it's successful, some of it's iffy, but yeah, I really like the idea of not being stuck in the same old mold, you know, and adding different kinds of effects, more of a kind of a print on top of print, stamp on top of stamp kind of thing. Water seeds and waterfalls, please. Oh, yay. I love waterfalls. And you know what else? I love reflections. So yeah, we could play with that some more. That'd be great. Yeah, I love that. Okay. So think about how you want it incorporated. What else you want in a painting like that. Yeah, I started playing with textures more. And you know what? I want to branch out. I want everybody to come with me and branch out with adding different colors. I started using like coppers and golds, and so add to your crayon boxes. Everybody start adding to your crayon boxes, meaning add the colors that's not the conventional colors that we've all been using. Start adding colors, and if you find one that you really like, I really love copper. So if you find one you really like, and then that's a good way of throwing it into a textured painting. Let's see. That's the nature of that kind of thing. The unpredictable one often feels to a painting. Yep. Yeah, I like adding that. Yeah. So I'm excited. Um, let's see. I'll tell you guys how I work, and it's just so that you'll know why sometimes you see me in the middle of the night and sometimes you see me during the day. I have a tube somewhere around here, silver and copper. Yeah, I've gotten some for special things, and then that was the end of it. But yeah, and then I hold back because I figure nobody has these colors. But why hold back? I mean, we have time to add colors and all that, and I usually let people know well in advance what we're going to be doing. So oh, okay, all right. Yeah, there's a lot of people, fibromyalgia, I'm telling you, it's such a common um ailment that I believe that a lot of women have it that don't realize have it, and I know a lot of artists have it. So yeah, a silver is fun too, and gold, but copper, you might really like copper, Jennifer. You might really like it. Oh, in the morning. Tina, you paint every day just about, don't you? And I think that's great. I went through a period of painting every day for quite a long time. Think Mrs. Jackson as it. Come again, Ian? I'm missing that. I'm missing something you're saying here. Yeah, almost every day. Tina, I think that's excellent. And I can tell too. I could see it in your work that you're painting all the time. Blending techniques and mediums. Okay. I'm getting my, now that's another thing I've had sitting around. I don't know. I should show you guys my messiness. Maybe I could slowly turn my camera so that you guys could see. Let me see. This might be a mistake. Okay, let's see. This might be a mistake. I'm going to slowly turn my camera, but I don't want you guys getting sick. Okay, let's see. And turn it a little bit more. I'm going to show you, and this isn't even all of them. Slowly show you. See that thing right there? It's got the drawers and stuff. See that? Okay, now there's my hallway. Now I'm getting carried away. There's my paintings and my vacuum. Okay, you don't need to see all that. All right. That's just some of my mediums. That's just some of my mediums. That piece of furniture that I have that stuff shoved on top of, that is a crib that they were throwing away at the hospital. The hospital I work at was getting rid of their old cribs and getting new cribs. That is a heavy thing over there. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I talked them into letting me have one, and that's one of my little storage pieces. So they could keep that plastic crib that went on top, and then I have my mediums and stuff sitting there, and then I have my papers and my craft paper and supplies and stuff like that in the drawers. So that was fun. I love repurposing stuff. That was fun. But a lot of my mediums are out on my dining room table for some little projects that I was doing. Let's see. Ian, let's see, where are you? Oh, has it? Oh, as in your wife has the fibro? Oh, I get it now. My delay causes me to like I've moved on to a whole different conversation and then I get myself lost. Oh, it's hard to get a diagnosis in the UK. Oh. Well, you know what? If she feels like, I'm going to just put it like this, and I'm not a doctor and I'm not diagnosing, but I'm just going to tell you like this. If she is generally aching all over the place and it's not the flu, and she's had it for like say about 3 months or 4 months, and it hurts her to any pressure on her arms or on her legs, feet, hurts her, it would not surprise me that she had it, because those are classic like, ouch, don't hug me, you're hurting me. Or if the dog jumps up on her and it hurts, and she wakes up feeling like she got ran over by a truck. Classic. But you always want to make sure everything else is ruled out, that she doesn't have thyroid problems and all that other kind of stuff, and just assume it's fibro. You don't want to do that. You want to rule out the other stuff. That's her. All right. Yeah. And it's not something that just like goes away, but you can manage it. So if she tries not to give in to laying around and going with how she feels as much, there's that balance where you don't want to push through all your pain as if you're ignoring it and you're not taking care of yourself. And then on the other end, you don't want to become completely immobile where you're not moving your body. So if she can find that happy medium, but the best thing in the world for her is for you to believe her and understand that what she's saying is not an exaggeration. That's the best thing you can do for her. And that will help her figure the rest out. Yeah. So that's my encouragement for your end, to just say, yeah, I believe what you're saying, that you feel terrible, even though you don't look any different from how you looked a month ago. Yeah. So, and it usually takes husbands a little while to figure that out. So yeah, I don't have that frustration anymore. And my husband's like very sweet and very kind, but it was a little frustrating because I think that he just had a hard time understanding. And now he seems to get it. He doesn't have to have it to get it. So, okay, go ahead and rest. I will be signing off pretty soon. I just want to hang out long enough to, if you have any questions. But thanks for showing up, Anne, and we'll be in touch. We'll let you know what else is coming up. Hi, Barb. Barb, I'm happy you came in before we got off. We're just chatting, getting to know each other, talking about what we want to do in the future. And while you're here, Barb, do you have any ideas, suggestions, anything that you want to do art-wise that you would love for us to all explore together or practice together? Get that in mind, and if you have any ideas, you could share it. Oh, that's okay. I'm not getting off just yet. But we are going to be winding it down because I don't want anybody to feel like they have to stay up and they're ready to go to bed. But hey, I'll hang with you. And this is Lenny. I'm just meeting you for the first time. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you had fibro? And you know, how long have you liked art? Yeah, let us know about yourself, because most of us on here have chatted together before. Yeah, it wasn't planned. It wasn't like an event. So, and that's how these feeds are. You know, if you're big time, well known artist star, it'll show up in your feed probably a lot faster. But a star, I'm not. uh, yeah, Lenny. So tell me about yourself and how you found the group and how you found the, have you seen anything on the channel and what type of art you gravitate toward. It doesn't have to be that personal. So let's see. Ian, I missed something he said, but I don't want to scroll up here. Oh, she is tired from being a nurse. Oh, Ian, she belongs in our group. Does she do art? Like we are, I'd say we're about 25% nurses with fibro. So yeah, if she's into art like you, tell her to join us. Okay, here we go. Let's see. You've gotten worse since you stopped working. You know what, Gina? Before I get to you, Lenny, Gina, you've probably moved around more because you had to. So I'm glad you've mentioned that, because I've been like dying to retire. Like I'm so tired and I really want to retire, but that's going to keep me, that'll give me a positive aspect about working. So thank you for sharing. But yeah, maybe if you could find incentive to make you keep your body moving. Okay, Lenny, 17 years of fibro, always done stuff like knit. Found you on Brenda. Oh, you found me on Brenda's site. Oh, cool. All right. So Lenny's not in the Painting with Fibromyalgia Facebook group. She found me on the YouTube. Okay, awesome. You knit and all that. Do you paint too, or mostly knitting and that kind of thing? Okay, so that's awesome. Let's see when I missed something. All right, I'm not reading fast enough. Yeah, it's hard, Tina. It is hard. I know Tina works really hard. Tina works really hard. And it is hard to balance. And she works off hours too. It's hard to balance activity and rest, and the things you enjoy and the things you think are important to you and all that. It really is hard. I'm not touching that, Ian. Yeah, hand her some supplies and tell her to go for it and see if she might find something she likes to do. Yeah. So I love these chats because we're all like relaxed, and I'm not trying to focus on painting and waiting for George to tell me what's important for me to know. He is helpful, but he can't tell what's important for me to know all the time. Let's see. Barb works full-time, crochets, runs a cooking group. Awesome. Does cakes. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you have reasons to keep going. I'm not a baker at all. It involves math. But I like cooking, but you know what? I don't have time for that even half the time. But I did make some sausage and peppers yesterday. Lenny says she would love to paint, can't afford it right now. Okay, so there's some ways to paint without spending a whole ton of money, and it involves 50% off and 70% off coupons. I don't know what country you live in, but if you live in the US, there's ways you can paint for cheap. Let's see. Okay, so Gina says, I have had this for 37 years. Okay, it's more like me. Developing arthritis, flat foot syndrome, and bad knees. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm right now struggling with trying to keep the weight going the right direction. And I found that with 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds makes a difference on that part of it. The feet, the joints, the knees, the going down the steps and all that. So um yeah, let's encourage each other to keep doing what we need to do. She's had a go at coloring books, and I want her to do cooking channels. She loves creating like that. Oh, so she is creative. What I always liked for many, many, many years is home decorating. I've loved it. Now that's expensive, but I love the cheap way, moving something from one room into another. But I think there's a creative side to everybody. It's just a matter of tapping into it. Oh, Lenny, you live in the USA. Oh, girl. Okay, I'm not going to talk down home. Um, yeah, you can find, you get those apps on your phone, join those rewards programs for the arts stores like I like AC Moore, Michael's, any of those stores. Never buy anything full price. And right now, it might be the last day, but this is the time of year where they have those 70% off canvases. And I think today was the last day for AC Moore, and Michael's usually follows. They usually follow each other. Oh, one more thing I have to tell you. Okay, Tina says paints could be as cheap as 50 cents a bottle. It's true. They'd be cheap. The better ones kind of turn out, make your pictures turn out better. But this is what I want to tell everybody that I forget. These stores will accept the other stores' coupons. So if you have a sale at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or AC Moore or Joann's or any of those stores, typically, I know AC Moore does and I know Michael's does, you show them the other store's coupon and they will honor it. So I want to tell you that because I forget. And the other thing is, if you can grab a family member or a friend to go with you and you both have the coupon showing up on your phone, then you can both use your 50% off regular price. So you can end up with 2 of those instead of 1. If you go by yourself, you only have to you can only use 1. So both of you stand in line and both of you use those 50% off. Oh, there's so many ways, so many ways. So when it comes to that kind of thing in the art stores, I got that down. Also, there's senior citizens discount. There's, I think, military discounts. So you never need to leave the store without something on sale. Barb says she started with craft paints from Walmart and still uses some of the colors, so you don't have to make. Okay, here's another thing. Oh, Jerry's, yeah. Oh, and so does Dick Blick's. They have a sale going on now too. Okay, so here's another thing. You don't even have to use acrylic paint from the tubes. You could use house paint. It's acrylic paint. If you don't have any white or you're running out of paint and you want to figure out ways of painting without running out to the store, use some of your house paint. You know, if you have little cans from touching up something, you could pick up some mist tints. Unless you plan on putting it in a gallery or museum, you don't have to even go, you don't even have to use paint out of the tubes like this. You don't even have to. Or you can get those little paints. I don't want to get up and cause any clips, but you know, those little student paints, all that stuff you can use. So yeah, there's ways you can paint real cheap. Uh, if you have leftover paint in the house, see if you could try that. Oh, an hour, over an hour to drive to, oh, time to move. Yeah, I'm with Gina. I got all those things pretty close. Yeah. Okay, Dick Blix is about a half an hour, 45 minutes away. So that's, but it's still worth a drive every now and then, like every couple of months. AC Moore is 10 minutes away. Michael's 10, 15 minutes away. Yeah, it's bad. Let's see. Oh, I understand, Lenny. I totally understand that. But if you have leftover stuff around the house, use it. If you have a pizza box, that could be your canvas. I've seen it. If you have rocks, people are into rocks now too. There's ways. There's ways. Even if you have like a piece of plywood, there's ways. So, and if not, then start your drawing and practicing and all that. You know. So, let's see. Your Michael, Jennifer says her Michael's is expensive, but she's lucky to have AC Moore and Jerry's close by. Yes, don't forget they honor each other's coupons. So Jennifer, if your Michael's is expensive, show them a price from AC Moore or Jerry's, and they will honor it. All right. Oh, you're switching to Kindle. Okay. You've used cardboard? A lot of people have, and you know what? It looks good. It's surprising. It is really surprising. Yeah, it's cold. It was bitter cold today. Oh, yeah. You hang in there. That cold that can wreak havoc. If you have problems with pain. Jackson Art Supply, one click away. Are you selling art supplies? Huh. Are you just joking? All right. Let's see. And if it's in the UK, it's not cheap by the time it gets to the United States. There are ways, too, that you can make your own gesso. Just want to say. There's ways you could do that. I've dabbled and played around trying to do that. But there's ways. Let's see. Yeah, I forget all of those tricks and tips, and I need to put them up on the Facebook page, and I could even put them down in my description to that they all the, well, I shouldn't say all the stores. AC Moore and Michael's, I know, honor each other's coupons, and Dick Blix, if you see something on sale on the website and you're in the store, they will honor the website sale. Oh, it's a company over in the UK. Oh, I thought it was I thought you had your own company. Because it says called Jackson's, right? Okay, that's funny. Oh, is that hard, stretching your own canvas? I've never done that. Yeah, I've never tried that. And is that cheaper than the cheapy stuff you get at Michael's on sale? Because, I mean, you can get that. But I don't work with, when I do paintings with the group, I work with the cheapy stuff, because I feel like if everybody else is using the cheapy stuff, you know, we'll be going the same speed, working on the same stuff. So... Yep, household sponges. Yep, that's true. Although I use my some of my makeup, some of my paint brushes that I buy for painting on my face, but that's backwards. Brushes too. Be picky with your. Don't get the most expensive brush you could find. Just make sure that it's a stiff enough brush for your for acrylics, for painting. That's all. If it's that really flimsy stuff, it's just not going to work. All right. Let's see. Gina. Lenny, you could use household sponge. Yep, yep. Bubble wrap. Yeah, yeah. You could make a lot of designs. Even that plastic wrap. You could make designs with the plastic wrap. Oh, there's a lot of ways you could play. It's easy stretching a canvas. I have a repair. I have a repair I need to do on a very important painting to me. So yeah, I need to take it off of the off the stretcher that it's on, and maybe put it on a smaller one to get rid of the rip that's in the corner. So I might need some tips. So Ian, you might need to do a video for me. How to stretch a canvas. That would be awesome. That'd be a great video idea. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off. My night shift exhaustion is starting to catch up with me. My little second wind is going out of my sail. Thanks, Ian. So, thanks everyone for coming. I really like this. This was like, this was a real pick-me-up for me. So thanks everybody, and like I said, I'm open to suggestions. I'm very happy for you guys coming together. I think it's great that we have a support group to keep us going. Oh, you don't know how to use Facebook. Message me, Lenny. Message me down below. And I'll try to walk you through whatever you need to know. Okay, so just put it down in the comments. Everybody comment. Tell me what you want to tell me, because I'm going to forget. Tell me what you want to paint this year, because I'm going to forget. I already forgot what some of you said. So put it in the comments and share. Love you guys. See you later. Signing off now. Bye. See ya. Take care. Look for Shannon. Oh, okay. Sure will. All righty. Bye-bye, guys.